Luke 9, Jesus has set his face for a destination of humility and sacrifice and self-giving. But he knows that on the other side of sacrifice is life. He knows that on the other side of sacrifice is freedom and hope for the world. And so he's going to walk the way of the cross, and he's calling his disciples, his followers, to do the same. And he's trying to shift their expectations and their priorities because they were seeing a movement on the rise. They were seeing a movement of earthly power, and Jesus said, no, you need to follow me in this way of downward mobility. Last Sunday, we learned about two trees in the Garden of Eden, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil and the tree of life. And the tree of the knowledge of good and evil is the temptation to decide for ourselves what's right, to decide for ourselves who's better, rather than trusting God. That's what sin is. And the disciples here in Luke 9, they think they know what's the best road. They think they know the best plan. They think they know who the best people are. But the Jesus way in the tree of life is the way of the cross, the way of surrender. It's this paradoxical way that blesses your enemies and gives to receive and dies to live. It's the road that leads to a really strange tree of life, which is a wooden cross. And on that tree, on that cross, Jesus is going to absorb the sin and shame and guilt of the entire world. And he's going to give his life that others might have life. His surrender becomes your salvation. If you're going to follow in the way of Jesus, Luke 9 is giving us an invitation to surrender to, and as we walk his way. Is there anything you need to surrender this week?